Have you ever lost a job offer because you negotiated your salary too high? A recruiter kept contacting me about an internal consulting position. The role involved moving between different departments, working on different projects. It sounded like a way to get my services cheaply as an internal freelancer without any career track, and I turned it down. But the recruiter kept calling me every few months, even at odd hours, asking if I'd changed my mind. I said, I won't do it for less than 10 a month. I didn't think this salary demand would be taken seriously. I just wanted an easy way to say no without being rude. Surprisingly, I was called back a few days later to set up the interview. The interview was strange because the job had no fixed role or department. They didn't know how to assess me, so they put everyone I might work with in a room for a casual chat. The toughest question they asked was, what kind of food do you like? The next day, Friday, they called to say they loved me, and I didn't think I made a good impression at all. They need me to start on Monday. I told them I couldn't quit my current job so suddenly. I needed at least 2 weeks' notice, but really preferred a month. An hour later, they called back with a new offer. If I could start by Wednesday, they'd give me a big bonus and raise my salary by 20%. I agreed to try. My current employer understood and let me leave early. I spent the next 48 hours working furiously to hand over projects and train replacements. On Tuesday evening, they called and told me to wear a suit and wait in the lobby the next day. I'm dragged to a special meeting with a Fortune 500 CEO and told to just keep quiet and act aloof, like that creative type that's too creative for meetings. During the meeting, I witnessed a presentation where they're pitching the services already rendered and what they plan to do for this company moving forward. One slide was about me, my work background and contributions to this project. The CEO shook my hand and said, "Glad to finally meet you." I just nodded, confused. I was in fact never asked to do anything. It was very confusing to be paid so much and given so much praise and then treated like an intern. Later, I learned the truth. The client's CEO had demanded they hire an outside expert, or they'd lose the account. They were unable to find someone that fit the specification, so they pretended they had, until the CEO wanted to meet this expert. That's why they rushed to hire me at such a high salary. By typical day, there was 1 hour of actual intern-level work assignments, and spending the rest of time reading books, playing poker, and working on personal projects. It was pretty ridiculous. After about a month, I was called into a meeting with one of the department heads. She told me she was reviewing the payrolls and noticed I'm paid far more than she is paid, and this can't continue. She suggested a voluntary pay cut to about 1/3 current salary. I told her I was recruited to join at this salary. I wouldn't have quit the other job otherwise, and I've been actively trying to get meaningful work. A few days later, HR has a meeting with me. This time they told me my original salary was a clerical error and I was never authorized to receive that much salary. They pressured me to accept less. I again refuse, citing that I left a prior, very good job and even burnt bridges doing so, leaving so fast to accommodate them. 2 days later, I'm called into HR for another meeting. They offered me 6 months' pay to leave. They hinted that if I didn't take it, they'd fire me without severance. I took the deal. I was already bored and looking for another job, so I immediately signed, packed my stuff up, and left. 2 weeks later, I found new work.